back to the old school roots, don't get too surprised. Boom bap shit, we rap when I supervise. Told the fiends I wasn't serving, but I knew some guys ain't have digits, needed lyrics, so we used some lies.
Door up, son.
What it do, what it don't do. Every fucking time. I would love to be able to say that once without coughing. We are back with another episode of the Steezy and Eazy MMA Hour. It has been a really, really long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope cast. Step two. Picky, picky.
You heard the man.
But I say this a lot, and I do mean a lot, but I'm really trying to stick by my own word because, quite frankly, I hate having to fucking take all these fucking notes. And if we record more, why do I have to do so much work? So we are not going this long without recording a podcast ever again. But Steezy, before I hit record there, said he disagreed with something I said on Twitter. So I want to give him an opportunity to get that out right now because I wanted to make sure we were live. So what's up? What did you disagree with?
Man, I didn't like that disrespect you put on that Roy Jones track, man. Come on, dog. Come on, man. Anybody that plays Fight Night knows that's a banger. All of them Roy Jones tracks are bangers. We gonna take it to the body. Rock the body. Rock the body. Come on, man. Put some respect on Roy Jones.
Bro, Roy Jones Jr. is probably my favorite boxer ever. I cannot stand his fucking music, bro.
Every time I hear it, I get hyped.
Can't be good, can't be stopped, can't be moved, can't be rocked. That shit is, oh god, that shit is garbage. There's another song. I was just thinking about that the other day because everybody was trying to get on my helmet about the Roy Jones comment.
I was thinking
of all these other songs that I've heard him on that I think are absolute garbage. And a lot of the songs be good, and then this nigga get on and destroy the track. Like there's a song that I hella like by the Young Bloods called "I Smoke, I Drink," and the song is fire. And then Roy Jones, now Roy don't pause because Roy got bread. Roy got to smoke and drink. He gets head. That shit is fucking trash, nigga. How dare you? How dare you?
I like that track. You think they would just let him on because he was Roy?
I think he probably owned the record company to which those tracks were recorded on. So since that's one of the newest things popping, and we were just talking about that before we started hitting record, let's talk about UFC 5.
Oh yeah.
EA Sports, for those who may not know, finally dropped a trailer. Well, no, I mean they didn't even drop a trailer. They basically dropped a preview to let us know that they were dropping a fucking trailer, which doesn't drop till like September.
If I could fist fight EA, if EA was a person in the entity, beep, I would snuff that nigga so quick. I hate EA. They just took over. They just got so much money. They took over everything.
I've said this before too. They've left it so they buy the rights to whatever sport it is, right. And they just make it so no other company can obtain that shit, and they don't really do anything to improve the metrics or anything. They just know that people are going to cop it because they're the only game in town.
Yeah,
and as far as the UFC goes, like I have no optimism as far as 5 goes, dude. Like I'll be happy because it's finally a new fucking game, but as far as them like improving it, I don't see any drastic improvements. Just for the simple fact that motherfuckers act like this is the Jesus Christ.
Woo, that ginger ale lightened me up. Continue.
You gotta understand, it's really hard to continue when you.
I got a bad stomach, man. I'm old man, bro. I gotta sip my ginger.
Fucking old for shit, nigga. But this is the thing when it comes to the UFC games. Niggas try to act like this is one UFC one, or this is the fourth fucking game they have made. And if anything, they have made it worse as the games have gone on. They have not done anything to improve it. The one thing that I enjoyed about the EA games, they fucking took out of it because too many people fucking complain. When in all actuality, it takes a lot of skill to parry, to time that shit so well,
Man,
and it's
play
a
it.
real part of the fucking fight world. It's just not done like very frequent by a lot of guys, but parrying is a real thing, and that was one of the improvements that I felt like EA made, and they took it out because too many people bitched about it because they were getting fucked up.
I tried to go back and redo it or like replay one of them games that like UFC 2 and shit. And I fucking couldn't get the timing down anymore. It's super unrealistic when the only way to counter is to lean. You know what I mean? That's so dumb, dude, because that just makes people spam pull counters, pull uppercuts and shit. It's not this game doesn't really reward the people who play mechanically. It like rewards you for abusing broken mechanics. Like a beautiful like slip 1-2 isn't gonna do as much damage as a spinning elbow. Like I don't know, man. They know that the most likely shit to land is always the most broken. Niggas just spinning elbow and shit because it's the most effective. It's a lame game. And the KOs aren't as good as arcadey ones where niggas would go flying. That shit was the best. UFC 2.
This game rewards you for being a fucking spammer.
100%. Because you can't parrying fucking. You have to try to slip, which is dumb. It takes so much stamina to slip. I don't know. This game's just shit, dude.
It's when you got somebody like when I posted that clip the other day, the dude just going Tasmanian Devil, just spinning the elbow. Like you can't fucking parry that, dude. Nah. And a lot of people, and you'll get fucking murdered trying. And a lot of people fight like that, dude. Like I literally just fought somebody that like, dude, every time he clinched me, like I'm not even kidding, like 27 times.
Oh,
like every time he broke out of it, he just clinched me again. And you can't. I mean, I don't think to sway out of it because it's such a broken way to get out of something when there should just be like a clinch reversal.
Yeah, you just
like where you just push him back like a normal fucking game.
Why would you take that out? Why would you like fuck that?
So when it comes to the UFC 5, granted they've had a really, really long time to make it. I just don't think they're going to listen to the proper people because they haven't been listening to the proper people when it comes to making the game better. They don't listen to the realists. They listen to the casuals who just want it to be a spammy ass game, and like they cater to the wrong people when it comes to fixing these games. I feel like. And honestly, it's the only way to make UFC 5 better is if they did everything fucking THQ did, but with better graphics. And I'm not even kidding. Like literally, just make it exactly like that game, and it would be perfect. It would be perfect, like literally perfect.
Just do a fucking HD remaster, baby. That's it. The mechanics were great. The ground and pound was great. The grappling was great. The submission,
the reversals, the takedowns. Like whoever spun the stick the most, like you earned that shit. It wasn't just okay. If somebody's striking, I'm gonna get that takedown 100. Like no, if I spin that stick, nigga, you're not getting that shit. Same thing with submissions. If I spin that, like the submission system is so broken. I've even watched tutorials on how to get out of the submissions. And granted, I'll get out of them better. But if a nigga know how to fucking do it, you're getting submitted. And if a nigga know how to hold you down on the ground, you're not getting out. Like
there's like a cheating. I don't know what it is. It's like I've seen an external version of it, but there's a fucking program or some shit niggas can use where they can like 100% submit you. Like it 100% submits you. It like moves the thing to where you can't get out. There's like my older brother showed me that shit. Niggas were hacking UFC and shit. They're that desperate for win. I know they're
Niggas
not
been
shooters, but
niggas
the UFC.
niggas been doing that shit since the
That,
THQ days, like back when THQ had fight camps. That's another thing that fucking um EA Sports could bring back that would have people like really excited. Or the Ultimate Team, like why'd you take that
yeah,
out?
that's what I was gonna say. That shit was cool. With the cards and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can get
like
like
I actually,
this 5-star spinning elbow and like
like
GSP
I
5-star Superman punch.
like I actually really enjoyed that mode. And that's another thing they just took out for no fucking
That shit was incredible. And it, like I would buy packs on that shit. I remember I got it like pre-ordered, so I got like a pack every week. I kind of quit playing for a while. Logged in, had like 100 packs of motherfuckers.
reason.
Shit is dope, man. And you get like the really cool cards, and you actually had to be good. You can get like really good moves, be a decent player, and you could just smoke dudes. And yeah, that mode was incredible. That's all I played.
Nah, bro, like THQ like really set the bar for what an MMA game is supposed to be.
100%.
And I mean, like, I can fight camps was one thing. I'm not even just saying that because my camp was #1 in the world. But it was just fun, man. Like, it just made it fun. Like, it made people hella play the game because niggas wanted that #1 spot and niggas was really competing at one point. Like, I would get invited to a party, bro, and I'm not even kidding. There'd be like 7 niggas in there all talking shit to me. Like, think you bad because you got that #1 spot, nigga. Like, niggas was acting like that shit was a gang. And I found it fucking hilarious. Hilarious.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just funny to me. But I mean, like, you
copy and
worked for the
paste.
submissions, you worked for the submissions, you worked for the takedowns. And when you beat somebody that was super high ranked, like that boosted you to where you were up there with that person. Like that's another thing that I hella miss about THQ. Like if you beat somebody that's hella, that's why a lot of those #1, like anybody in the top 10, that's why if they see somebody that's ranked hella low, like they'll usually back out of the lobby
Oh, they're
because
wasting their.
they don't want to get beat by somebody like
Yeah,
that because it will drop them significantly
I like that.
and boost that. See that dude, everything about THQ is better. Literally everything
Yeah,
except
that's
for the
cool.
graphics because they never had the opportunity to go next gen. But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'll obviously get UFC 5, but I don't. If they don't fix that ground game, dude, I can't see me really being hella invested into it.
Now you can't even throw anything but fucking hooks and straights on the ground. No fucking like hammer fists, no elbows. Why would they fucking revert from THQ? That makes no sense to me.
No, you just have to you have to basically be a psychic to get up from getting ground and pounded. Like
Yeah,
if you hit it one way, you're gonna get clobbered. Like if you don't hit it, if you hit it like they made it too fucking hard to get out of to be on. They made it too hard for the defender to get out of those situations. Like you already made it too hard for dudes who stick hug to like get out of that because there are motherfuckers who will literally hold you and just pity pat, pity pat. You try to transition reverse, pity pat, and you won't get out no, and you won't get out no matter which way you go. No matter which way you go. Like you could try to fake a transition and try to go like it still doesn't work. Like it's just I don't that game is so broken in so many ways, it's not even funny. And they say they're not really adjusting this current one because they're so focused on making this new one. And I just really hope they improved it. If not, I mean, obviously I'll still play it, but I'm still gonna curse THQ every chance I get. Be like, thank you for waiting. Thank you for taking all this time to make another fucking piece of shit. Thank you.
Now, what if? Hold on, because they're in cahoots with WWE. I want some fucking guest fighters, man.
I'm more concerned. I
Like
mean, that
pro
one.
fighters, man. Like Bruce Buffer used to be, or like the dude from Tap Out. You know, I want another cheat code fighter where you like type in a secret combination and it unlocks like a crazy celebrity. Imagine you get to play as like Big Show or like Undertaker. Or some shit.
Again, I have no fucking hope. when it comes to EA. I'm glad they're finally making a new game that's more than likely not coming out till next year. But
And they need to add all the legends. Every legend that they put in the Hall of Fame, they need to add to the game.
we can go on forever about this, but dude, man, fuck EA Sports. So I feel.
Yeah, they
But I'm
ruined
still
so
gonna get Madden. But I'm still gonna get Madden, and I'm still gonna get UFC more than likely. That's how I feel about that. But anyway, we're 15 minutes in. We gotta get to business, because we got a lot of fucking fight cards to go through. And I stress out every time before we do this, but I'm gonna do what I do best, and I'm gonna run through these motherfuckers as fast as I possibly can. First one, we gotta go all the way back to this UFC fight night. From a minute ago, in the prelim cards, Cedidris Dumas beat Cody Brundage. Jamal Emmers beat Jack Jenkins by decision. Chipe Mariscal beat Trevor Peek by decision. A whole lot of decision going on. Joshua Van beat Zuma Gulov by decision. Jesus Christ. Tabitha Ricci beat Jillian Robertson by decision. Sheesh. So, in other words, that shit sounded like a snore. I remember watching it, but this is weeks ago. We're talking about weeks ago here. So, the MMA mind is so fragile. It's so fresh. Everything is so fresh when it comes to fights. That's why I just try to run through them as fast as possible because most people don't even remember these fights. Rebecca knocked out Rizabov. Now we get into some knockouts. Never mind. Randy Brown beat Wellington Turman by decision. Neil Magny, of course, he won by decision. Oh, God. So no surprises there. I love Neil Magny. Haitian brother, but whoo, you make it hard on a nigga, boy. You make it hard on a nigga, boy. Like I've been pressing you for an interview. I low key don't even want one anymore. Not even gonna lie, straight up. You will not be getting any more DMs from me, sir.
That's wild. That nigga rebuked it.
Brendan Allen beat Bruno Silva. Brendan Allen's dope. David Onama. David Onama. Yeah. Who did he call out again?
He's calling out. Let me remember. I don't remember. I just remember him getting on the mic and talking good shit.
This nigga want to bring up the call out. Don't remember who the fuck the call out, man. I'm fucking with you.
I just remember him getting on the mic and having a rehearsed speech.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. They gotta go out with a bang, trying to get that extra buck. Because obviously, Dana, my boy Alex. Shout out to Alex B. Hunan. He tried to get the fighters extra paid yesterday in that press conference. Did you see that?
Yeah, that whole fight card was nuts, though. They all should have got
Dana White's go work for this guy. Go work for this guy. Yeah, go work for that guy. Oh, wild. Shout out to my boy Alex. David Onama, knocked out David Santos. He's looking like he's definitely coming to his own. Justin Tafa beat. Oh no, that fight ended with the eye poke. That was pretty unfortunate. 2 eye pokes in a row, right?
I don't remember.
I don't know, but
no, I remember that though. It was like right off the rip. Pretty bad eye poke.
29 seconds in. Pretty fast. Macy Barber knocked out Ribas.
That fight was good, man. They were both banging, but you got
Nah, it was a banger. And Tuporia destroyed my boy Josh Emmett.
Yeah, it was just he was crisp.
I don't want to take away from Tuporia's performance because it was a really good performance, but I feel like it was also a really bad performance on Josh Emmett.
Really good start.
I don't really feel like I feel like whatever game plan they had going into that fight was just like abandoned. He kind of just was just winging shit, and he didn't look prepared at all for a guy like that.
Yeah, he wasn't able to get started. Never landed really anything to establish much. It was just a bad night.
It just, I don't know, man. Just didn't look very technical, or I don't know. It was, but it was again, I'm not trying to take away from Taporia's performance, but I also want to, I also feel like there was a big lack of performance on Josh Emmett's behalf. He's got heart and he could take a beating, man, but that's pretty much all he did. Still my dude though, but Taporia is more than likely gonna fight Volk, but we're gonna get into Volk a little bit later. So that's the next fight night. My God, Alexander Romanov beat Ivanov by decision. Oh my God, here we go again. Carolina beat Petrovich by decision. Brenner knocked out Kutaladze. Whew.
That was a good one.
Say that 3 times fast. Carol Rosa, it was nuts. Carosa beat Santos by decision. Brito beat Wilson, or knocked out Wilson. Kevin Lee.
That was tough.
Yeah. Fakradamov, I think his name is. Yeah, Kevin Lee is just not that guy that he talks himself up to be. And yeah, I believe he got cut already.
Yeah.
They cut you as quick as they signed him.
Immediately.
I mean, I feel for the guy, you know what I mean? Like, that's a horrible way to go out, you feel me? But like, he talks a big game, and he don't come to show, bro. Only time he came to show is really in the Tony Ferguson fight, and I think that just plays a lot into how a little past Tony's prime he just might be. You know what I mean?
They shouldn't have cut him, man. They should have let him fight Tony again.
I feel like that's the fight they should have made to bring him back with.
Or maybe,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
But knowing Kevin Lee, dude, he's got a really, really big ego, dog, and not a lot to show for it. And for all I know, he probably requested that dude. Like, you know what I mean? I want to fight the toughest guy. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's a bad matchup for me. That's the type of mentality I feel like that nigga has. You know what I'm saying? And got beaten less than a minute, and cut in less than a minute afterwards.
That's crazy how they immediately cut him.
I mean, to be honest, I'm really, really surprised they gave him another shot. Like, he didn't. Usually, when people come back to the UFC, they have a good body of work after the UFC to where they're like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? You've earned your way back. Like, Kevin Lee fucking fought in Eagle FC, and who did he fight? Diego Sanchez.
Yeah, it was close,
and he lost, right?
It was.
Did
close.
He lose? Did he lose? But I mean, it was too close to be fighting somebody like Diego Sanchez. You know what I mean? Like,
no disrespect.
Way too fucking close. No, and that's no disrespect to. But I mean, you know what I mean? Like, he's here in his career. He's there in his career. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you should have destroyed him. Let's be honest. Like, you should have dog walked Diego Sanchez at this point in his career, and you being at the point you're in your career. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be realistic about the shit. And it was too close. It was a split. Like, no, you're not. That should be like a first round knockout or submission for you. Second round, you know what I mean? At the most, like, you should be finishing Diego Sanchez. You shouldn't be going to a split with him. Was it a 5 round or 2? I don't even remember, but
I don't remember either.
But that's, yeah, bro. That shouldn't warrant you a ticket to go back in the UFC anyway, and it shows that you shouldn't have been back in the UFC. And you know what I mean? I feel for him, but you know, you gotta train as hard as you talk in the fight game. It's easy for me to say I'm not a fighter, but the game you know what I mean? The game just develops over time. Like, it don't slow down. And I can say that from being an avid fight watcher. You know what I mean? I can just see it with my own eyes. I I don't have to be a fighter to see that. You know what I mean?
Good point.
The whole game develops over time, and you know what I mean. If you ain't on your shit, you know what I mean. You're just gonna go behind. You're just gonna stay behind with it. Like these dudes are getting better and better. They ain't getting worse. Like, all right. Anyway, Razubov beat Ferreira by knockout. One of the Bofim brothers got submitted by St. Denis. Ariana Lipsky beat Gatto by decision. Michael Morales beat Max Griffin by decision. Dawson beat Ismagulov by decision. Sean Strickland finally didn't win by decision. Was pretty surprised. He fought him like he fights one of those dudes that talk shit on Twitter.
Yeah, a bus dude just fucking gassed out, man. He was throwing too much kicks and shit early. Thought he was gonna beat Sean up and gassed out. Sean, he just kind of prods around and pokes at you for the first couple rounds. He just laid it on him, but he was ready to go in the late rounds.
Pretty much. Shout out to him for doing that video version of humanizing athletes. And I honestly have never watched it, and that's no disrespect to my boy Alex. I just don't know if I could listen to Sean fucking Strickland for that long. Like, he just irks me, dude. There's just something about his personality. It's just like, I don't know. A lot of people like him because he's very, very opinionated and very, very honest about his opinions. But something about him, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just not my cup of tea. That's all I can really say about it. What was that?
I said I've known plenty of motherfuckers like that guy, man.
So have I, and I've never been a fond of any of them.
I worked with one guy like that. He was pretty cool. It's just, it's like they're normal when they're in normal situations. But whenever they have a situation to make themselves like the center of attention or like entertain motherfuckers, they'll turn their personality up a little, like a couple notches. They'll crank that shit up. So Sean, he might kind of be like that whenever he gets a chance to make motherfuckers laugh or like be the center of attention. He's gonna crank that personality up. He's gonna crank up his beliefs or like his mindset times 6. Just be a caricature of himself.
Meth.
Defense mechanism.
Fuck that guy. Anyway, back to business. Real business. One fight night business. You see it. And again, before I even get into this, I'm trying to get through these because there's a lot of them as quickly and as respectfully as I possibly can because these names are a handful 80% of the time. All right. Shamil Erdogan beat Fan Wrong by decision. Sanchi beat Yang Dam by decision. Hamidi beat Jamrod by KO.
Jamrod.
Sorsami beat Tor Loksong by knockout. Whew.
Like a wizard.
Ferriar beat Rombolek by decision. Jesus, they're not getting easier. Sitsong Pin Nong beat Abasalo by decision. It's not easy, man. I swear it's not. And for the heavyweight title, Malikin beat Dular by knockout. Oh, still going, huh? Okay. Carrillo beat Sanchi by knockout. The other Sanchi. Quan Mong beat Benden by decision. Woo, it's a big card. Kit Mon beat Anand by knockout. Damn, there's a lot of Sanchis. And Sanchi beat Giang Hadao by knockout. Damn, I think I'm getting better at this.
Remember last time you said that shit, you pronounced the name wrong, you said a fucking curse, and my fucking lights started flickering and shit. Remember that shit? Yeah, you didn't do it this time, so we're good.
You know what? I'm gonna act like you didn't even say that, but you're disrespectful. Motherfucking self. This nigga. It's out of pocket. I apologize, one fans.
No, yeah, you for real have my life.
Nah, man, chill.
Man, you can go back and look at the footage, bro. I was scared.
Oh my god. I'm trying really hard to ignore this nigga right now as he's being out of pocket.
Continue.
Steezy's on demon mode right now. I'm just trying to get through this. All right, that's all I'm trying to do. Oh my goodness gracious, these cards are hella big, son. Whew. All right, the next one Friday night card. Jesus. Orzak beat Hamidov by knockout. Phillips beat Moridian by knockout. Yai Pui beat Rumit by decision. Alexander beat Manuel Hita by decision. Vitez beat Daz by decision. Fairtex beat Xylong by decision. Okay. Kiatsong Greek beat Boomdexian by KO. Oh yeah, let's go. Chor Kitenwa beat Max Andy by unanimous decision. Okay, I'm feeling myself now. Irvin beat Kyoksong Grit by knockout. Oh, I should be saying this is Muay Thai. Beckham beat Petrov by decision in Muay Thai. And Kung Klai beat Sun Chi by TKO. Those are all Muay Thai fights. Yeah. I'm one with the universe now. I got this. All right, we got one more. Let's go. This shit's taking longer than a movie to fucking load, by the way. I thought my Xbox was old and dusted and disgusted. This shit is taking fucking forever, G.
Ride it till the wheels fall off.
I'm saying, I'm trying.
I ain't getting no PS5 until the Slim come out. I don't ever make that mistake. This is good.
Okay, so apparently the last two were too easy for me because now they're really trying to throw some curveballs at me. I'm not gonna say his last name. I'm gonna say his first. Singdom Song beat Rambong by decision. Yeah, I would have fell into a coma trying to read that last name. Sipson beat pretty much. Zipson beat Muang Sap by decision.
Hell yeah, he did.
You know what? Chill, Mr. Adlibs. Let me get through this, please. Just want to get through it. Sanchi beat Rice by decision. Sword de Chapan, Jesus, beat Sor Pujam by decision. Woo. Mahanan beat Rashan by decision. Song Fong Kong beat Den Payak by decision. We're going to get through it. I swear we are. Amir beat Jasing by KO. It's a lot of decisions for one card. Black Panther, holy shit. Didn't see that coming. Beat Mohammed Sadeghi by decision.
What? His name is Black Panther?
Yes. I ain't making this shit up. I'm just reading what I get from the website, son, or from the app, I should say.
At least he won.
Oh, damn it. I fucked my shit up doing the Wakanda. See?
You Wakanda too hard.
Apparently. What the fuck did I just do?
Wakanda too strong.
Bruh. Black Panther. Wow. It's wild. Gotta start looking him up. That might be my new favorite fighter.
That's crazy.
Clint Meat beat Teixeira by knockout. Asliding beat Alieve by submission. Come on, you piece of shit. Georgie beat Mora by decision. Fairtex beat Brearley by knockout. A lot of people have the same last name in one. Are they related? Makes me wonder. Oh my god. All right. Now, let's get to last night. I honestly got to say, it's one of the best cards they've had in a really, 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 really long time.
Start to finish, bangers.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. It definitely delivered. If there was one card where he should have gave 50K to every single fucking fighter on the card, it would have been that one, you would think. But whatever, nigga. Dana White is gonna Dana White. Rebovics beat Kirk by decision. Aguilar knocked out Shannon Ross. Simon knocked out Terrence Mitchell. He looked hella nice in that fight. South Africans starting to come up.
Real.
Petrino beat Proc Neo by submission. Manfield submitted Jimmy Crute. A lot of people were pretty surprised by that one. That was a hell of a performance by Minfield. Until then, I was going to give him a shout out, and then he gave Pat Barry a shout out. So I was like,
Everybody was like, whoa. Pat Barry goes
I don't give a fuck if it was his birthday. Gomez knocked out Uregi.
Smoker.
Tara beat Charez by decision. That was a hell of a good fucking fight.
Close fight. It was a dog fight.
Robbie Lawler had his last fight and went out with a bang and knocked out Nico Price in 38 seconds.
He hit him in the clinch like it was hockey, man. He was hitting him with them dirty boxing and shit. Nothing.
Shout out to Robbie Lawler, man. That's a dude I've been watching fight like as long as I can remember, dude. And he's been pretty consistent as far as like his level of the level of competition he gives. Won a belt, came back and won a belt.
Yeah, I remember when he won the belt.
Had some serious wars and memorable fights. I'm glad that UFC sent him off right. I'm glad he got that knockout send off. Couldn't happen to a better fighter, honestly, because a lot of people who go out in their retirement fights don't go out that way. And he went out like prime Robbie Lawler, and Robbie Lawler just seems like a dope ass dude. Even when Herb Dean called the fight in the Ben Askren fight, he went up to Herb and he was like, "Don't feel sorry, you know what I mean? You're a hell of a referee." Like that takes a lot, especially to lose it that way, you know what I mean? To come up to him after that and say that to him. So that just let me know Robbie is a stand-up dude, and on top of being a stand-up dude, he was also a killer. One of the funnest dudes to ever watch fight. So it was sad to see him retire, but at the same time, I was hella happy to see him go out like that. Not even Nico.
My bad. I'm trying to think of the interview or some shit where they asked him some shit, and he's like, what do you want? And he's like, I want to take his soul, or some shit like that. He has like one of those really cold ass lines. One of his pre-fight interviews.
He was talking about Conor McGregor. It's like I didn't want to. Yeah, he said he wanted to take his soul.
The GOAT, dude. Robbie's the man.
Nah, Robbie is, dude. Oh man, him and Rory was one of the craziest fucking fights ever.
Yeah, I remember watching it live. I think Rory's he just His nose was so busted, he ate another jab and was kind of like, all right, man.
Dude, Robbie's lip though, bro.
Yeah, it was nuts. I don't even think he even noticed it. Motherfucker was screaming. It was flapping and shit.
That shit had on it. That shit on his lip had some shit on his lip. And, yeah, he's a legend, Hall of Famer, and
name a fighter that's had the hardest title runs, like a harder title runs than that, man. You know, him fighting. Whoa, did he fight? Was it Roy McDonald and Carlos Condit for the belt? Like those fights were just absolute wars, dude. Back to back. That's some of the hardest defenses. You know what I mean? That's really trying a champion.
Condit, and then he fights Woodley.
That Woodley fight was nuts.
Prime Woodley.
Yeah, exactly. That's the Woodley. It's like, what the fuck?
But yeah, shout out to Robbie Lawler, man, legend. Getting old, man. All my legends are going. Bo Nickel, obviously had a last minute fight replacement, but still got a 38-second knockout. I'm not on. I don't really like that motherfucker, but I'll give him credit where it's due. As far as like, you know what I mean, he didn't even have to use his wrestling to win this fight. But you know what I mean. There's also levels to this, so I got to see him fight somebody higher up in the. But again, I feel like that's somebody that they're gonna really give baby steps to because they're gonna want to push and profit on them. They're not gonna throw them to the wolves right away and get them beat. But yeah. Hooker beat Jalen Turner. That was a hell of a good damn fight too.
Damn, that head kick in the fucking second round?
I honestly thought he was done after that head kick.
Yeah, I wonder what happened. I guess Turner kind of gassed out.
Yeah, he definitely put the foot on his brake. Put his foot on the brake. Or yeah, he was just tired, man. He was just really, really, really tired. You could tell.
Hooker is tough, dude. You can't even take that away from him.
Yeah.
He deserved that, especially with the weight issue.
I'm not a fan of the company keep. Oh yeah, that too. I'm sure that always going to play a factor, especially when you look all drained going into the weight, and he had to get that extra time to make the weight, if I'm not mistaken. But co-main event, Duplessis, man. Now, okay, everybody thought it was a joke him fighting Whitaker in the first place, and everybody kind of thought, myself included, that Whitaker was just gonna beat his ass. That shit went the complete opposite of how everybody thought it was gonna go. And now, like based on how that fight went, I think he's kind of a bad matchup for Izzy, and I think that's why Izzy had kept went up there with his nigga spiel.
I thought he was trying to get him to say it, bro.
Oh, dude, he was 100% trying to bait him into saying that, which was weird. Which is a weird thing to try to bait anybody into doing. But bro, Duplessis looked nice in that fight, bro. He looked nice in that fight. As far as striking goes, as far as the grappling, the takedowns, like I don't think he's a good matchup for Izzy, bro. Like that dude is strong.
I think
like the way he was muscling Whitaker, who's got fucking exceptional takedown defense. I don't think Izzy wants that problem. Oh shit! I did not know you were off. No, you're good.
I think Izzy smokes him.
It's your room, shit. Huh? But dude, for somebody that has as good takedown defense as Duplessis does, dog, like that's pretty crazy. And he was muscling him down pretty. Yeah, I don't think it's a good matchup for Izzy, bro. I really don't. I really, really don't. But to the main event. Everybody's kind of bitching that Volkanovski didn't get into a stand-up war with Yair Rodriguez, which is stupid. For the champion, why would you put yourself in a situation to get knocked the fuck out?
Why would he? Yeah, I mean it's mixed martial arts, bro. He was beating him up, and he picked him up and threw him down and finished the fight. Like, what are you talking about? It's not like he held him down all fight. He rocked him on the feet and threw him down and finished the fight.
Yeah, he dominated him. Honestly, I don't even see what the issue is. It's like one thing if somebody tries to hold you down and not finish the fight, but
Yeah,
that fool. I mean, he rocked him on the feet, then he took him down, and then he finished him. Like,
yeah,
how do you even
pretty
have
good.
an issue with that?
Now he just handled that.
But dude, Volk is a beast.
He's the
He's a
truth.
beast.
What did anybody ever ask him what was up with his eye? The band-aid he was wearing?
Not that I know of.
I don't know if it was staph or a cut that was healing. Because he came in the fight with a fucking knot under his eye. He's wearing a band-aid all weigh-ins, all media.
Yeah, not that I'm aware of.
Interesting.
But yeah, I don't know how Volk can get the number one pound for pound ranking. Yo, somebody say something? Or am I tripping?
Go.
Hello? Oh, I thought somebody was talking to me. I don't know. But I don't know if I can put him. I don't understand how he's still ranked. He's considered number one when he's got beat by Islam. Whatever. I don't even want to get into that.
Yeah, I feel like he's where he needs to be.
If Islam would disagree, and I'm sure John Jones would too. But John Jones could shut the fuck up.
John Jones number 3.
So you think it goes Volk, Islam, Jones?
Yes,
I'll go Islam, Volk, Jones.
that's fine. Those are the only orders I'll accept. Jones ain't active in the drug test. He shouldn't even be mentioned on this shit right now. Motherfucker popping on the drug test back in the day, that shit should always leave an asterisk by your name.
Yeah, but yeah, the GOAT thing. People can debate that for days and days and days and days. We ain't got time for all that shit. But it's always going to be debated, debatable, debated, whatever.
Masterfully debated.
But yeah, let's get into this news. Connor and apparently Connor and whatever deal he had upcoming with the Miami Heat is no longer happening. But that's for obvious fucking reasons.
Really?
Motherfucker put their mascot in the hospital.
Oh, he really fucked up, like, for real?
Yeah, he punched him in the face.
Damn. It wasn't supposed to be set up like that?
I mean, I'm sure the skit had a lot to do. I mean, I'm sure the skit was like fight related. He is a fighter and shit, but like, you know how that fucking Connor motherfucker is, bro. He probably was just like, I'm gonna hit him for real and show him what a fucking real hit like looks like. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Do you
There
have
you
two
have
of the exam exact trees?
That's crazy.
I was like, oh, they're not the same. They're different, but the same. They're the same exact manufacturer. Okay. Okay, so here's something I found interesting. I guess a lot of people have been coming out and saying that Nate Diaz has CTE, and whew, his response to it makes me think, okay, he probably do got CTE, buddy. Basically, his defense to that was him saying he doesn't get hit as often as people think in fights, and he's never even really been rocked in fights. Like, bro, Josh Thompson slept you. Like, and you do get tagged a lot in fights. You don't get knocked out in fights necessarily, but that's what takes a lot of damage in most of his fights. Like before they stopped the BMF fight, Jorge Masvidal was whooping his ass pretty bad. Like he takes damage. I don't. The fact that he's trying to act like he doesn't take damage makes me think that he's taking more damage than he thinks he's taking damage. If that makes sense.
He'd be all right in the boxing fight. They're big gloves.
He said he's always talked the way he talks. Like it hasn't changed. I'm like, I think it's gotten worse over the years. I think him and his brother used to be a lot more clear with their words especially Nick. Like, if you watch one of Nick's old interviews, you wouldn't even fucking recognize that person talking. Like, the way he was able to articulate himself more, like it's completely different. Completely different. Like both of those fools have taken hella shots to that. Hella shots to that. And it's hella evident they're both kind of punch drunk. It's hard to deny it. You can be a fan of them, but you can't deny what's in your face when it's there. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, Luke Rockhold thinks he can beat Alex Pereira. Yes and no.
No, I don't even think he could even get him to the ground.
I mean, he's way more well-rounded than Alex Pereira as a whole, but if Pereira touches that fool once, I feel like his fucking chin will turn into dust.
If Mike Perry can get his hands on him, then Pereira's going to put him in the hospital.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Too much power for that chin to handle, bro.
Defense, man. He doesn't get out. He gets hit. He doesn't really get out of the way of punches like that.
Like, obviously, he can beat Pereira if he took him down and like submitted him. But I wouldn't trust his jaw against somebody like Pereira. And speaking of Pereira, did you see that security guard that almost got decapitated? If he really knew, bruh. Imagine following that dude in Walmart. Like, you really about to apprehend that fool. I'm like, bro, that fool could fucking fuck you up in so many ways that it's just not even funny.
You can have the whole store, dude.
That was crazy to me. He was straight up being a Karen to one of the fucking most hardest hitters on fucking earth.
Yeah, dude. Absolute psycho. That motherfucker really loves his Walmart job.
And Pereira is like filming him as he's following him. I'm like, bro, does this fool not realize how close he is to going to the Shadow Realm?
Yeah, buddy almost got banished from this fucking reality.
I hope that security guard had a gun. That's all I can really say about that. Because, wild.
You wouldn't be able to pull it out fast enough. Motherfucker would have been done, bro.
Probably not. So apparently, Aljamain Sterling claimed Dana White bought him a brand new Lamborghini, but Sean O'Malley pulled his fucking card and showed that it was a rented one.
It's fucked up. That's fucked up, man. Why would you lie about that shit? That's fucked up, man. O'Malley was bully for that. Just let him fix it.
I think that's hilarious. Hilarious. Let's see. What else do we got here? Oh, now apparently Tyson Fury came out and said that there is absolutely no zero reason to get in the cage with John Jones. And I'm like, duh, we all do. I mean, he kind of pretty much told us what we already knew was never going to happen. Just like John Jones would never box him. Like, it's just, neither one of them is going to go to each other's world because they're at a big-ass disadvantage, and it just makes no sense. I can see maybe if the money was right, Jones boxing him, but even then, I don't, because undefeated niggas want to stay undefeated.
I thought Francis agreed to fight Fury. I thought they just announced that.
You know what? I heard that, and if that's the case, that's hella dope. I was really hoping that Francis was going to get that fight. Win or lose, you know what I mean? He going to get paid. So.
Yeah. Not winnable Fury fight. I mean, it's not as winnable as the Wilder fight, but whatever.
No, Wilder's way more winnable. Way more winnable. And a lot of people will think I'm crazy for saying that, but Deontay Wilder is a very, very fucking sloppy boxer. Like, he got where he got because he hits as hard as he does, but he's not technical in the least fucking bit. And this is coming from a Wilder fan. I'm a hella big ass Wilder fan. He's literally one of the only boxers I fucking make an effort to watch when he fights. But the dude goes in there. They basically swing exactly the same, except one's a boxer and one's an MMA fighter.
MMA ain't go.
Whoever lands first wins on that fight. That's how I feel. Um. So yeah, Connor never entered into the USADA pool. I mean, we all fucking figured that was gonna happen.
I don't care.
So
I'm not. I'll believe
the
him.
only, the only reason I care is just because I hate when they fucking pair these fucking coaches up together on Tough just for these niggas to not fucking fight each other, bro. Like,
Oh,
that hella annoys me. That hella annoys me. But
he
I
did it
mean,
again.
I kind of figured that was gonna happen.
He's got a track record for not fighting the coaches.
Yeah, he does. He didn't fight Faber either. But I mean, he already had a fight coming up, so that one made more sense to me because he was already scheduled to fight Jose Aldo. So you ain't gonna skip out on fighting for a world title to fight Uriah Faber, who's never had one. You feel me? Like, so that made more sense. But neither one of these niggas got a fight scheduled, and now Chandler, who thought he had a fight and some money coming, has got to figure out a whole new fucking. I mean, I hope he got paid good for coaching Tough. That's all I can really say. But now he's got to figure out another fight for himself because he thought he got one lined up. And I just think it's bullshit when people invest their training camp. Because you know what I mean? They got to pay out of their pockets for that shit. So, you know what I mean? If this fool's already getting prepared to fight Connor, just for Connor to be like, I'm not going to fucking fight because he's clearly been fucking taking some shit. It's just bullshit. And he's going to get away with it because he's Connor.
Yeah.
Shit like that is just whack to me, dog. And it's just not fair for the niggas who's putting it in work and still actually want to do it first. You know what I mean? Connor is rich as fuck and really doesn't have to fucking fight. So it's like it's not even you know what I mean? He wasn't hungry like he was when he first got into the game like that. You know what I mean? He hadn't accomplished anything. Now that he's accomplished everything really, like it's kind of a paper champion because he never defended either fucking belt. But I mean, as far as his legacy of the sport and all the money he's made from the sport and all the money he's made, and all the other ventures he's done outside of the sport, like you know what I mean, like he doesn't really have anything to gain from fighting, so he can say he wants to fight and then pull some shit like this and say I want to fight somebody else. You know what I mean? And if Connor says they want to fight somebody else and it gets enough traction, they're probably going to make that fight, and it's fucked up for Michael Chandler. That's who's the real victim in this. Honestly, that's how I feel.
They was already talking about that shit. Like, I forget what media outlet. It might have been UFC. They're like, you don't even need to fight Chandler. Like, there's way more popular people that can get that fight.
Yeah, and he's already like, you know what I mean, doing his social media thing on Twitter where he's like calling this person out and calling that person out, and it's just like a game to him now. You know what I mean? He's just until he signs on a dotted line, I really don't think he's gonna fucking fight anybody.
Yeah, simple as that. That's why I'm not hyped. I don't really care.
And speaking of coming back to fighting, there have been kind of talks about Ronda Rousey. Ron, you knew exactly what the fuck I was gonna say. Did you just say Ronda?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, which is going to be another stupid ass idea if she actually does it, which I don't think she will personally, because I think her ego is too fragile. Based off the way she took the two L's she took back to back, like losing to Home and then losing to Nunes the way she did, and then like just not wanting to do media and not wanting to do anything, and you know what I mean, not wanting to talk about it in interviews. Like I just think her ego is too fragile to come back and lose again. And the game just evolves over time, bro. It don't get fucking easier for anybody. So for anybody to come back in, you got to be, you know what I mean. Misha Tate try to come back like she won her debut, but hasn't really been successful after that. Like if you ain't evolving with the game, bro, the game forgets about you. And I think she's been way too long, bro. Like I just can't armbar everybody and once everybody figured out that's all she had. Like it wouldn't go bad. I don't think it would go well for her. unless they
Maybe
babied her like they do. You know what I mean? What'd you say?
Misha Tate rematch.
Yeah, that's the only. I mean, Misha Tate wants it too. I'm like, it's not even gonna look for you either. But whatever
I mean,
floats your boat, man.
money fight. Be a big payday for Misha.
It'd be a big payday. It's a story. It's a trilogy, even, but it's less appealing for me as a fight fan because Ronda won the first two. You know what I mean? But
It's just like
it
who else?
is what it is. Ooh, look at that magic blunt just appeared like that. Houdini, nigga. Houdini. All right. Here's the last thing we're gonna touch. Here's the last thing we're gonna talk about, and it's the most ridiculous thing, and one thing I never thought in a million years we'd ever be talking about, but we got to talk about it just because it's kind of hot in the streets right now. So for somebody who doesn't do gimmick fights, seems like really Dana White is really, really trying to push this fucking Elon Musk and fucking Mark Zuckerberg fucking fight. For somebody who, for somebody who says they don't do gimmick fights, they do a lot of fucking gimmick fights, man.
Yeah.
I don't do gimmick fights, but I let James Toney fight fucking Randy Couture. I don't do gimmick fights, but I fucking let Conor fight from the fucking Floyd Mayweather. I don't do gimmick fights, but I let CM Punk, who's never had a fucking MMA fight in his goddamn life, fight not only once but twice in the UFC.
Oh, Brock Lesnar.
I don't do gimmick fights, but I let Brock Lesnar fight in the UFC after one MMA fight. Like
John Jones trying to fight Fury.
I don't do gimmick fights, but I want fucking Tyson Fury to fight John Jones in the octagon. I don't do gimmick fights, but I want Elon Musk to fight fucking Mark Zuckerberg, dog.
Zucker nerd takes it.
At first I thought it was a fucking joke. But then now this nigga's like rocking the shirts and doing the poll votes and shit, and I'm like, bruh. They're fucking really making UFC like hella WWE-ish, and I don't like it. And this is coming from somebody who not only was a wrestler, but is a fan of WWE. I just hate when they combine the two, bro. And I feel the same way about wrestling. Like when he's got the Kimura lock on him. I'm like, bro, don't do that shit. Like it's annoying. Like his arm would have been snapped if it was a real Kimura. Like don't do that. Like it's annoying to me.
Yeah,
but they're really talking about.
Probably dangerous if you blur those lines too. Have motherfuckers Kimura in each other, ripping their shoulders out and shit.
My thing is just don't do it at all. That's just my personal opinion. I know most people don't care, but I mean, I'm not saying actually do the submission. I'm saying just don't do the submission is what I'm saying. Like there's a million other pro wrestling submissions in this world that you could use that are not only dope, but just don't have that MMA appeal to it. I don't know. It's just stupid to me. I don't
change the names. Like when Undertaker made the Hell's Gate, he changed the name, but it was a real submission and shit.
Yeah. That's when you're talking about when Undertaker did the triangle choke, right?
Yeah, and he was calling it the Hell's Gate. Motherfuckers were spitting up blood every time he did it. That shit was cool.
See, you say you don't watch wrestling, nigga, but you know more than you fucking put on. I swear you do.
I used to watch back in the day.
Nah. You know more about wrestling than you lead on, nigga. Because there was some one of those like NXT wrestlers or some shit like that the other day, and they posted a clip of his like new finisher, and you were like, it's just basically a pump handle into a F5. No fucking casual fan would say that shit, nigga. And I'm telling you right now, and you could vouch for that. No fucking casual fan is gonna say, "Oh, that was just a pump handle into an F5." None in the world. None in the world.
Back in the day.
Yeah, so you definitely know more about wrestling than you lead on, nigga. I don't give a fuck what you say.
My hobby is I like to get
when you said pump handle into an F5, I was like, nah, nigga, you know about some wrestling, nigga. Because a pump handle slam, like, not a lot of people can even just call that move itself for it. So for you to say, and honestly, that was like better than I could have described it, nigga. And I was a wrestler. Like you described that move perfectly because that's pretty much all he did. He had him in the pump handle position and then like F5'd him. Yeah, that's all it was, and I wouldn't have even have got that at the time. I was like, yeah, this nigga knows more than me. But
I used to love that shit when I was a kid, man. A lot of my friends do it and are into it. So they're knowledgeable.
but if they really make this Zuckerberg fight, one, it's going to make one the number one organization in MMA. My eyes, like I feel like UFC would be low key a joke after that. I mean, obviously, the money they generate and all the fans that watch and all that shit, it won't be a joke because it's gonna make money just because it's so fucking ridiculous.
What are they gonna
It's
do
gonna.
about
What was that?
what about weight? Because Elon is way heavier than Zucker nerd. He probably got like 60 pounds on him.
It would be like a ridiculous catch weight fight, probably.
I guess.
But like, I just can't believe we're even talking about this. But I honestly, Elon Musk is hella bigger than Zuckerberg, but I still give it to Zuckerberg.
Yeah, Zuck's gonna beat his ass.
Like,
Zuck,
there's a lot of people who are like reaching out to train Elon Musk, obviously, because motherfuckers be riding the pole. But
yeah,
Zuckerberg's been training, and I'm always gonna give it to the experienced person. And Zuckerberg's ain't been training for a fucking gimmick fight with Elon Musk. Like Zuckerberg trains because Zuckerberg trains. You know what I'm saying? Like Zuckerberg's gonna take that foot of the down, take him down, and submit him instantly if that fight were to really happen. In
yeah,
all
Zuck,
honesty,
he actually is physically fit. Like Elon takes fucking medication to lose weight, bro. Like it's not gonna. We're not doing this. He looks like a bag of wet sand. Zucker nerd is gonna beat his ass, bro, if they do fight. And if he goes to ground, it's just sub him.
it's clown shit, dude. It's like
Yeah, it's
legit
a
clown shit.
lopsided fight. In my opinion, it's so lopsided that it's going to be entertained.
That shit is a circus. Shit is a circus. That's all. That's really all I gotta say about that. Honestly,
One fit nerd versus one fat dumpy nerd. Like, what are we doing here? Fit nerd wins.
but I'm not even a Facebook dude like that. But like, I'm more of a fan of Zuckerberg than Elon Musk because I could give a shit less about Facebook, and Elon Musk is ruining my Twitter. So that's how I feel about that.
Pulled all our information, so I don't like that guy either. But I don't know, Elon, he just be memeing too much. He be pissing me off.
I haven't really had the rating exceeded limit. I hope that shit was just one and done. I think it was something. Huh?
I've never seen that shit. I ain't read it.
Oh, bro. It was like as soon as I got on Twitter, it was like your limit has exceeded. Like you can't see people's tweets and you can't respond to people's tweets. Like it's weird. It's kind of crazy. You can't even see your own tweets. It was pretty out of this world.
Ever since he bought this fucking app, I've been getting hit up by a lot more bots in my DMs, and that shit's annoying.
I wish he'd never. I thought he was gonna make this app great again. He's like EA when it comes to UFC games, bro. He's just making it worse and worse.
Hey, but he's my OG account. He gave me my OG account back. I can't be too mad.
Now, see, if he'd give me my OG account back, we wouldn't have no motherfucking issues. But I done sent like 95 appeals to get my old account back and didn't get that shit back. So
I would just keep trying. Fuck it.
nah, man, I gave up.
One day I was
like,
fucking, I'm gonna apply again, and they just gave me my shit. Well, I was mean too. I was like, y'all fucking blocked me for some bullshit. I was like, give me my fucking account. That was bullshit. And they were just like, all right, here's your account back.
But see, I can't even say I got my shit blapped for some bullshit because it wasn't. I said some pretty outlandish shit, nigga. So I can't even be upset about it. I said some outlandish shit, so I'm like, it is what it is. I already know that I'm not getting my account back. I can't even say it on here because that's how outlandish it was. We say a lot of shit on. Yeah, it was pretty. It was what he said was out of pocket though, but what I said was just as out of pocket. Two wrongs didn't make it right in that situation, especially when the person I quoted reported me. And yeah, I mean, obviously we probably both got our accounts banned, but yeah, my response wasn't worth. It wasn't worth it. I could have took it down like 50 notches because it was extreme. It was extreme.
I got my last ban. I got banned because I told the dude to go protest on the highway.
You know what's crazy about that, nigga? Like, After I tweeted it, bro, I was like, bro, that was hella fucking extreme. I was like, that was too extreme. I was hella contemplating on deleting it, and by the time I was ready to delete it, the damage had already been done, and they suspended my shit permanently. I was like, fuck, okay.
That's fucked up.
But it is what it is. Anyway, we done. We're gonna wrap this up as always. Thank y'all for tuning in. For the people who do tune in, and until next time. And I swear to God, we're not going this long without recording again. I'm about to. I'm about to.
God,
I'm gone.
damn.
We gone. We gone. I'm done. I'm done. I can't right now. My throat is fucked up. Peace.
That shit that I was rapping's what I'm bringing to fruition. Wait, except for college, what I'm missing's intuition. But it ain't important as a body is the vixens. Really more like Tom Cruise, probably is the Kidman. A path you saw right that didn't work out in the ending. Now it's long nights, skirt the merchants, and we spending